Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this is another LOTRO guide. And today, my friends, I have a nice little selecting trick for you that I've been meaning to make a guide video for because this is very handy. This is also handy in other games as well. But have you ever had a quest in LOTRO and you're really frustrated because you can't select it? So there's a few tricks for this, all right? So the first trick is, let's say it's something on the ground, it's really hard to select. These are large objects, they're very easy for me to right click. But let's say they weren't. It was some little symbol on the ground or something. For one, you can click N and show their floating names, and occasionally you'll be able to click their floating names or it'll help you find the spot to click. But there's also another trick that's really, really important that every LOTRO player should know. It's the button delete. I know it sounds scary to use the button delete, but what happens is when you click the button delete, okay? When you click delete, you make sure your num lock isn't on, okay? Make sure your numpad lock isn't on. When you click delete, it will cycle through inanimate objects that you can select, okay? So for example, this backpack, it was selected, all right? So now I've selected it. Now here's the next trick, okay? So let's say, oh, well, I've selected it, there's an arrow on it, right? And now it's selected up here. You can see it says backpack up in the top left there, but I still can't click on it. I can't find it now. Of course, this backpack's very easy to click on. You can see I hover it and the button says I can click on it, right? But let's say it's something you can't click on, you're really annoyed. Well, just get near it, be aiming at it, go up here, right click on this, and it'll bring up options to use, examine, open, whatever the object is, and you can just right click and say open. This will be really helpful for you if it's something that you just can't quite click on for some reason, you're confused why. This does happen with some pickup quests or repairing quests, or repair a wall, this, that. Sometimes it's really hard to find the click spot, which really always shouldn't be, but this is a nice little trick to fix that. They really try to update that and fix that a lot on LOTRO, but now you know. Again, if I click delete, oh look, it selected the orcish banner. Again, it will select the closest target. If I move closer to the supply crate than the banner and do it, it'll select the supply banner. It won't cycle through it like another thing you should know, which is tab, okay? Tab will cycle through the closest enemies, right? It's a really good way to get to enemies real quick without even having to left click on them. See, I can left click too. But look I could also just tab, and just go through them. Again, delete, beautiful. It'll select the closest inanimate object that is either for a quest or a thing that you find on the ground to pick up, like a geode or a box or a corpse or whatever you find that has loot on it, but it also will work for inanimate objects. And again, if you can't click on it when you're trying to find it, for one, delete will help you find an object nearby, right? If you can't find it, you know it's nearby on the quest tracker, you're like, I know it's right here somewhere because the quest tracker is saying it is, right? But then you can click delete and go, oh, there, it's over there, you know? And then of course your mini map will show a circle of what you're selected on. So then wherever you are, you can go, oh, turn my character, walk on that direction. There you go. And now if you can't actually right click on it, which I can for this one, you can right click up here, examine or use. I'm gonna use to pick it up, right? All right, same thing with this one. It can examine it too, but that doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna say use, pick it up. All right, so there's a fun little fast video showing you a nice little trick of how to select things, all right? Selecting tricks every LOTRO player should know. All right, you guys have a great day in Middle Earth. Thanks to my wonderful Patreon. Subscribe button's there. If I earned it, please do. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it. We have a lot of fun here in the community. So if I did earn it, subscribe. We do all Lord of the Rings content on this channel. Next episode will be up there for guides, and LOTRO Tail my main content is over there. Epic music. Have a great day in Middle Earth.